So today is indeed the annual weigh-in at London Zoo. We've got a big task ahead of us. We've got over 10,000 animals here at the zoo across more than 400 species. Now the reality is we know all of the weights anyway because we weigh the animals very often, but today's a slightly more formalised part of that. We'll be doing the same process that we do on most days, except today everything will be logged formally onto an international database called ZIMS, the Zoological Information Management System, that we share globally with other zoos, with other conservation organisations, and we learn so much from that. Quite cheeky. They're ahead of the game. They know that there's a treat waiting, so there'll be a lot of.
The biggest challenge is the number of penguins we house. So we actually have 79 penguins right now, so it's quite a lot. And we ideally don't want to be catching them to weigh them. We want to be training them to voluntarily make the choice to come onto the scales on their own. We can reinforce them with fish for doing that so that they have all the control in the situation. So that takes time. And every year we teach more and more penguins. So hopefully at some point in the future we'll have all the penguins on the beach trained to voluntarily weigh, but it is a challenge and it takes a lot of time and effort.
How's life at PA? All right? Surviving. Much as ever. Cold.
Every single animal's diet is weighed to the gram every single day by a large team of dedicated keepers. So we don't expect to see any changes, and we just confirm that through the weighing. However, where there can be fluctuations are, for example, with pregnant animals that we expect and want to be gaining weight, juveniles who are moving through that life cycle process and getting larger, we expect obviously those increases. And again, another really good reason for why we do the weigh-ins so regularly, not just today, to make sure that we can manage the general health and well-being of all our animals here at the zoo.
Bits of food on top of your clipboard, maybe, and kind of encourage him to.
And make him dance while she's doing it. Yeah.
Excuse me, can you go on the other side? Okay, all right, thanks. Just missing the important bit.
From a conservation perspective, Zoological Society of London owns and operates London Zoo and Whipsnade Zoo, and the work that we do during the weigh-in is absolutely integral to the conservation. So for example, we'll be able to learn today how much a Sumatran tiger weighs. That data is then fed back to our teams in the field, whether they be field workers from a conservation perspective or the veterinary staff, who sadly won't actually get to see Sumatran tigers that much because the numbers are dwindling so much and the habitat is under so much stress. So that link between zoos and conservation is very much there, and it's very important.
Great. Lovely.
So, pop him in. So he's...
Can you put your hands next to?
It feels really good. I love getting to talk about our animals and show off our animals and invite people to come and see our amazing animals as well. But for me as the penguin keeper, I'm really proud of my birds for, you know, not just getting on the scales after working on the training for a few months, but also to do it when there's a lot of people, there's a lot of scary things happening. But it's the best part in the end is to get to have really nice pictures of us with our animals as well, to have as your new profile picture or anything like that. But I love sharing our animals. It's the best part of the job.